Hello everyone! Today I'm gonna talk about fountain pens for beginners. 8 years ago I did a video about the Pilot Metropolitan and the LAMY Safari, and over the years I've collected a lot more of fountain pens, a lot more of Safaris, and no other Pilot Metropolitan, so that's a little spoiler for you right there. And today I wanted to show you all the fountain pens I've collected and tell you about their pros, their cons, and which one I would pick if I had to start all over again. So I set up my iPhone there to do a little hand camera. Big upgrade since the last time I did that, because I had some complaint that I wasn't showing the pen enough, and so here we are. Before I'm gonna talk about all the other fountain pens, I just wanted to quickly mention my first fountain pen. That's right there. It's the Parker Jotter. It's a nice, simple fountain pen. I'm already full of ink. It's just gonna get worse and worse. It was a proprietary cartridge fountain pen and I broke it there, so I don't use it anymore. But I felt so fancy using that, and I didn't know about ink bottles yet, and getting into the converter side of things and everything, it really pushed me to another level. Next, I wanted to show you my last fountain pen. I'll probably do a video about it specifically. I never thought I would spend that much on a fountain pen. I really feel that hobby is like small steps. You start, you're like, oh, $15 for a pen, that's expensive, and then you buy a 51 and then $100 one, and it gets worse. I love that pen so much. So there we have everything. So I've got my trusty sheet of paper, and I've got a bottle of ink, just a straight black LAMY. I'm not gonna try them all. If you want to see size comparison, I know that Goulet Pen has a great tool. There's a lot of size comparison out there. I just don't want to have to wash all of them. But let's move this out of the way and do them one by one, or brand by brand. So here are the 5 fillet pen that I have, excluding my Decimo. Let's start with the Pilot Metropolitan. So it's a really comfortable pen. I feel like for a small, medium, and even a larger one, it's pretty comfortable. It's a nice weight because it's metal. So if you like a heavier pen than a plastic one, that's going to be more light. And there's a few finished, but I'm not totally in love with them. As you can see, I didn't buy any more than that. For me, the fine was pretty fine. I like to have a little more wet pens. It's quite dry, and let me show you. I'm just gonna use it as a dip pen because I don't want to have to clean all the cartridges. Also, Pilot have their own cartridges. There's with this one, it comes with a little I don't have it in there. Comes with a little cartridge that you press and it fills up, but yeah, this wasn't for me. Also, I think I bent the nib, and so that's another thing. Like, don't, probably you'll get one and it's gonna be perfect, but for me, I had trouble with it. I tried to adjust it and it wasn't great. So just not a favorite, but maybe I'll get it back out one day. In there, there's it's not LAMY black, it's the Pilot black cartridge. So we have here the Pilot Kakuno with a medium nib. I like this pen a lot. It's very light, very comfortable. There's very cute colors. So there's a little bit of a tripod grip, but I often hold my pen like this, or even that's the weirdest one I will do sometimes to give a break to my hand, and it doesn't bother me at all. It's for children, I believe, so there's little holes so you won't choke on it if you swallow it. And it just means that the pen dry out fast, in my opinion. I feel like the ink is quite wet. I could take little notes here so you can have a wet pen, light, and also the nib is a little squared. It's a medium, but I don't know. Some nibs are more rounded, but this one is a little stubbier. This is the Pilot Petit. It's so cute. I like it because it's like a pocket pen. You can throw it in your bag, and if you cap it, it's a lot more user-friendly. But it's still, I find it very comfortable. I have the green ink that came with it in there. It's a fine nib, but you see it's a lot less fine than the Pilot Metropolitan. I think it's comfortable to hold. Maybe it's an M. I'm not sure in English. So it's very comfortable and cute. I think the nib is not scratchy. I have nothing to say against this pen. I think it was maybe $6, so super cheap, super cute. I prefer it to the Metropolitan. I'm just gonna quickly mention those, but I wouldn't put them in a beginner-friendly video. It's for calligraphy and more like arts and craft, and to do like real handwriting. Like I do Gothic handwriting with this. Super nice pens. Again, I like them, but I just wanted to mention them quickly, but we're not gonna show them today. The LAMY, like I said, I got a few LAMYs. I really love them. I like the limited edition colors. I've got a few. I like that the demonstrator, like I love transparent pens. I have a few. I know that the big debate with the Pilot Metropolitan versus the LAMY is that there's a tripod grip on there, and this one is rounded. And like I said, for the Kakuno, I don't mind, even if I hold my pen weird sometimes. Like, it's not a problem for me. I think it's really comfortable, and even if you want to hold it on top instead of there, I really love the design. I think it's fun. It's lightweight. It's the winner for me between those two. But I'll show you. I've got a few more other brands, and in the end, I will decide my favorite one, even if it's torture. So I got the white one, the neon coral one. It was pastel blue, but it's really more robin egg. And my favorite, the LAMY Petrol, which was a limited edition. And the Vista, that we're gonna count. One of the things I like is how easy you can swap the little nib right there. I'll just take one that's not inked, so I don't put ink all over my fingers, but let me try. Pretty easy. You just pull it and you can swap nibs. You can buy separate nibs. Instead of buying like 4 fountain pens, you can, like, even if I want to buy 4 fountain pens, you can just buy the nibs and swap them out. I got this sub nib in there. That's really fun. I also noted that I really like the little window here that you can see how much ink you have left in your pen. They tend to be a little drier than the Japanese pens. So depending on your ink, I think sometimes it works out very well. So this is the extra fine. And let me show you the stub. I think it's so fun. You can try and do a lot of different things with it. I have not mentioned yet, but most of the pen have their own cartridge system. It can be a factor that you take into account when shopping for fun. Next on our list is the Kaweco pens. I have the Sport and I have the Perkeo. I really love those. They're so cute. The last I got was this limited edition pearl finish, and it's so shiny and pretty. and I really love it. I've been using this one as a eyedropper, so I just put a little like silicone grease right there. Yeah, on those threads I put silicone grease. I fill this up. Now it's stained purple. I just cleaned all my pen lately because I'm trying to pick like 4 pens and 4 ink colors for the month and switch them up, because when I was inking all of those 20 pens, they would dry out and wouldn't use them as much. So I decided I'll give the chance to every pen to go into a rotation, so I use them more. So I just cleaned out everything. So they come without a clip, and it's an add-on you can buy. I really like, even if they're short, I find that they're very comfortable to hold. You just like tap them and they become a size that's a little more normal. They're not too small, not too big. Again, it's pretty easy to swap out the nibs. You can buy replacement nibs on the side and you just like pull them out and put them in. So that's another thing that's pretty nice. Instead of buying a whole pen, you can just buy nibs. So I've got a specialty nib in that one. It's a double broad. You know, it's almost empty, and I find that, yeah, with the broad on different type of paper, this one often make my pen skips. It's such a big nib that it has trouble starting on that pen, but in my Lutrum, there's no problem at all. So what's nice with the Kaweco is that they take like international cartridges. I don't have it in there, but they also have the smallest converter you can ever find. It's like so tiny, and because it's a little piston, it's just like take half of the body of the pen right there. But like for 1 month swapping between pen, I think it's not a problem for me at the moment. I even use double broad trying to get through it, and you see after a month I still have a little drop in there. So the Kaweco also have like so many fun limited edition color, and that's a big plus for me. Like I said, they tend to be a little dry too. I often had to do little adjustments to make them work for me. I'll show you still just like if I do a regular medium-sized nib. As you can see, like there's a lot of variation between fine and mediums. The German pens like Kaweco and LAMY tends to be broader than the Japanese pen. The Kaweco Perkeo came later. It's a longer pen, so that's nice. You can put the international cartridges. The nibs are a lot better than on the Kaweco, I think. They're like juicier and smoother. It's a bigger pen if you think that the other one is too small. Again, the tri-grip, if it's something that bothers you, just take note. I thought that the little like retro color combo were so cute. So there it is. Let me show them side by side so you can see like the difference in length. It's quite a big difference. And when you post them, I rarely post pen this size because it's a little too big for me. And the Kaweco. So you see the grip is also a lot smaller. Then we have the platinum pens. I've got a few of the higher range that I really love, but even the entry one are so good. I really love them. This is one of the cheapest pen you can buy. They often have it like in magazine store. I've seen them, so it's really easy to get by. They have the super small nibs. I have a 0.2 right there that I used with the Pilot Carbon Black. So for drawing, to have a waterproof ink. And it's lovely because there's a spring in the cap, so when you cap it, it's really hermetic. So it really prevents air to get in or out. like they stay wet forever. They really don't dry out. So that's a really good one. You see, it's almost as fine as the Metropolitan fine, but I find it, I don't know, it's light. Yeah, like I said, mostly that it doesn't dry out. You see, capped, I really don't enjoy capping my pens. I'm not gonna ink that one. It's a 0.3. It's the same size as the Plaisir. So this one is like a little more expensive than the Preppy, but same thing, I think. Not sure if it has the spring in there. I don't think it has. But it's a like metallic little body. I'm not such a fan of this, like this part. It's almost the same size and shape as the Platinum Cool. They have fun colors. It's really not expensive either. This one is a 0.3. Let me show you. I have a light green ink in there, so pretty easy, pretty comfortable if you like that look. Then I think a big fountain pen you see recommended for beginner is the Twsbi Eco. I have a complicated relationship with that one. So I love them. You see, I have 5 of them. I really love them, but you see, let me find the right one. Yeah, this one is gonna show up well. They crack. I had a lot of them crack. I ordered replacement barrel for them, for 2 of them, and then 2 crack. I should check them all, but yeah, they often crack, and that's the lottery, I guess. There's some people that say they never had any problem with them, but yeah, that doesn't make me want to buy anymore. The pros are like they're very pretty. I love demonstrators, as I said. This one there's a piston one, so really you can fill them and they last a long time. They have the smoothest nibs. I really love their nibs. But yeah, it's really hard to recommend because yeah, they all cracked on me. I mean, the Kaweco too, but I feel that the little, let me show you. All right. So in the Kaweco also, I have little cracks right there on the barrel, but I don't feel that it is as bad as those ones. It really changed the way the pen works when you have a big crack like that. The ink flows like wetter, and like sometimes it would like blurp out ink. So there's 2 different types of Twsbi. You have the Eco and the Eco T. The Eco T is triangular shaped. I really don't feel that the shape of the pen is really bothering. Like, even, I'm still bringing this up, but even the clip on the Pilot capless, like you could hold the clip and really whatever you do, it's not really embarrassing. So I don't know, like please tell me in the comments, like if you hate the tripod grip, why, like how does it feel? Because it doesn't bother me at all. So just for fun, I'll show you a medium if I can find one. Alright, so this was a medium nib, a little ink there. Like it's lovely, but so many of them cracked on me that I don't really want to buy anymore. And finally, I'm gonna quickly mention that one. It's been in the box since I bought it. I tried it maybe a week and yeah, it's fine. I think I'm not a fan of the like cigar shaped pens. Like this one has holographic glitter and it's really pretty, but it's a medium nib. Like the nib is huge also, that's another thing. It was, yeah, really, really wet, a little too wet to use with like most paper. So like it's not expensive and it's glittery, but meh, I wouldn't recommend. So for a quick overview, I really think you can't go wrong with these pens. I love how small and comfortable the Preppy is. The Kaweco is super affordable. There's so many cute colors. It's like it's a little wet for me, so if I had to pick between the two, I prefer the Petit. LAMY Safari, like it's one of the like most popular pen for a reason. I really love them. The two Kaweco I have, great. The Preppy, the Plaisir, both fantastic pen. If I really had like to pick only one of them, I think it would be this one, just because of the color. For real, the little pearl finish, like it is the cutest one. If I really had to pick one, it would be this one. But if you allow me to pick a second one, I'd pick those, and I'd be happy. So that's all for today. I just wanted to do a quick overview of the different beginner fountain pen, tell you what I like about them, what I don't, and which one are my favorite ones. And if you have any question, more specification, or if you want to share a pen that I didn't talk about, please leave them in the comment, and I'll see you soon.